Welcome to part 20, functions to create tables and graphs. Beneath the global variables right here are a set of functions that will create the data tables and the graphs for our dashboard. Now these functions will not be called right now, they are just defined. And all of these functions we've already seen, so we can go through them pretty quickly. All right, so here's the create table function, which again, it accepts either the USA or the world, and the end result is a dash data table. First we have to, do something with the columns, create a list of dictionaries for them. And then what is returned is this dash data table right here. And there are many inputs which we've already discussed before. So that function is defined. Then we have functions to create the graphs and what goes on them and the maps down here. So this create graphs function is another one that you've already seen. And this one, is basically a meta function. It sort of uses some functions below to return three figures. So we're going to create this, cumulative graph in the upper right-hand corner, a daily one, and a weekly one. So these are functions that are actually defined a little below here. And the end result will be this list of three figures. We have this create figures function. So this is one that will just create the figures themselves. It's just going to create three figures. These are three Plotly figures. These are just empty figures with just a little bit of just annotating them to preparing them. So deaths go on the top, cases go on the bottom. Again, this is a function that we've already seen. Now, we should read the documentation. We have three upcoming functions right here. One to make the cumulative graphs. So this is where the actual plotting occurs. So we're going to create for deaths and cases. Again, we've already seen these. The daily graphs is this one, and then the weekly graphs is down here. So a combination of all of these functions, the create figures and all these three for the individual graphs, along with the create graphs, which actually will put them all together and return those figures. So all three of these are called in unison to create those three figures in the upper right hand corner of our dashboard. Now if we go down here, the next section is on map creation. So we've already seen these. We have a function to get the correct hover text and then to actually create the map itself. Okay, so those are the next set of functions. And again, we've seen every single one of those before, so these should not be anything new. So that's our functions that create tables and graphs.